Welcome to One for the Girls podcast, your one stop shop for our take on art and pop culture, dating, and romance in the real world. I'm your host, Carly, and I'm joined by my dear friend and co host, Haley.
Hello.
Keep listening, ladies. This one's for you. Welcome, everyone, to this week's episode of One for the Girls. We are excited for today's show because this is episode 4 of our beauty series called Bold and Beautiful. We will be covering different topics each week of this series, and we can't wait for you to see what we have planned. We have a couple more episodes in this series, and we are stoked. Today's episode will be about lips. And each one of us here on the show today has some products to share with everybody. Just like in the previous episodes, if you have been following along on this series, we have different products that we share. If this is your first episode in this series listening, you can feel free to listen to the rest of the episode. It is an okay standalone episode, but if you'd like to catch up on all of the beauty products and skincare products we talked about, go ahead back and listen to our previous episodes in this series. So before we get started, I would also like to welcome our friend Christian to the show. Hello, Christian.
Hey.
Hello, hello, hello. So glad that you're with us. Also, if you are listening to this podcast and you would also like to watch this conversation and look at the products that we're talking about, you can head over to Pones Media's YouTube page and find us there as well. So I would recommend doing that now if you'd like. I wanted to check in first before we move forward with our lip products this week, just to see if any of you had updates about any products from last week. I know that we talked about a lot of new products, and there might have been products that we didn't get to talk about. So I want to have a section up top where we can discuss those things. So I will start first, just because I do want to mention. I know for those of you who've been listening, you might notice that Candy is not with us this week. She is actually moving right now, and it's just been a hectic week for her. And so I wish we were a little bit closer geographically and that we weren't dealing with a virus, because we would totally be helping her move.
Yes.
And recording this on a different day, but that's just not what's in store. So unfortunately, she's not with us, but she did bring a really, really cool palette, eyeshadow palette to our attention this week. And I really want to share because I think it's really cool. It is a new palette that's going to be coming out soon. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be released. There's not an official date, but there is a company called Black Cosmetics. It's Blaqe. No U. It's Blaqe, which I think is really cool. Black Cosmetics. And I'm just going to read straight off of the Instagram post. I don't know if you can see that.
Yes.
But basically, it's a really, really pretty palette. I'll show that picture again. But Black Cosmetics posted and said that their new palette's going to be called Black Power by Black Cosmetics, which is awesome. And then they said, I created this palette to acknowledge and honor 8 different influential Black women in the cosmetic and beauty industry. The palette will be available soon. At the time that it was posted, I think it was supposed to be about in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and that was posted around Juneteenth. So stay tuned for that. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if you could see that. That is what the palette looks like when it's closed. It's a really, for the ones who are listening, it is a raised fist, which is a symbol of solidarity. And it's really, really beautiful. And whenever it's opened, you can see these beautiful shades, gorgeous pigmented shades that are bright and vibrant. It's really, really beautiful palette. And she brought that to our attention. And I was like, oh my gosh, I really want to buy this. So yeah, I don't know the exact date, but I do recommend that you go and find Black Cosmetics on Instagram. I believe it's just at Blaqe Cosmetics. And I'm sure that there's going to be information on that. That is the only product update I have. I have not gone out and purchased any more products right now or tried any new products. So I will pass the baton on to Christian.
So for our eyeshadow episode last week, we've talked about Juvia's Place before. So I went ahead and bought the Juvia's Place Warrior palette for our listeners. It's gorgeous, guys. For our listeners who can't see this,
Oh my
It
God.
is full of warm tone shadows. It has 3 mattes that are really, I haven't tried the Juvia's Place formula before, but when Haley said they blend out easily,
great.
guys, these blend beautifully.
Mhm.
And the metallics are breathtaking. They're the reason I bought the palette. I've swatched it before, but I went ahead and decided it was, a good time to put my money into a good cause and support a Black-owned beauty brand. So I have that's new to me. And I also wanted to mention, because we've talked about CoverGirl going cruelty-free, and I've been searching and searching for a product to support that with them. I actually found a liquid shadow, which we didn't get to talk about, but I love liquid and cream shadows for easy throw on and go out the door kind of looks. And this CoverGirl shadow is called the Exhibitionist Lid Paint in the shade, there it is, Cocoa Nut. Is
Okay.
actually a dupe
I
for
love
a
it.
non-cruelty free L'Oreal shadow. So for our viewers, it's a nice
Beautiful.
taupey, medium taupey brown shade. It's really, really easy to put on your lid, blend out with a brush, and you have your whole look. So it's a dupe for a L'Oreal potted shadow. So for anybody that out there that's trying to go cruelty free, I would check these Exhibitionist lid paints out. They're really, really nice.
I love
Those
that.
are my new products.
That makes me want to go try that product. So thank you for
should.
sharing that.
Yeah.
I'm making a list for,
I
you know,
know.
the
Same.
future. Yeah.
Yes.
But love that. Thank you, Christian.
Mhm.
Haley, do you have any products that you want to update us about?
Yes, I did want to mention, so Christian, I think Christian gave this to me. I also have a liquid eyeshadow from e.l.f. It's kind of like a rose goldy one, and you can see it's well used. So there's a lot missing in there. It's the only liquid one I have. I'm not a huge fan of liquids, but this one is really good quality. So e.l.f., thank you for continuously giving us good products.
Mhm.
And then I have an under eye corrector like cream from Becca. I don't know if I'll be able to.
Nice. Look at that
And
little baby.
It's cute.
it's a mini because I'm too poor for her products. But you just put it underneath your makeup and on the under eyes for people like me who have dark circles, or just, I don't even know if I consider them dark circles so much as it just kind of always looks a little bit darker under there. Especially when I'm tired. So those are dark circles. And those help with it. Obviously the cream that we talked about in skincare, stuff like that too, but that it just gives another extra bonus before you put your makeup on. And then I went ahead and I found this at Marshall's, which I think I ended up paying more than Carly paid for it, which is kind of sad because
Yeah.
I bought it at like a discount store and it really wasn't discounted. But I got the e.l.f. Volumizing and Defining Mascara. I'm wearing it today.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm not going to give any thoughts necessarily on it. I've only used it twice now. I will say that it goes on really easy, but I don't know necessarily how I feel about it as like a, what do I want to say, like a date night mascara, but it's a great everyday mascara.
sure.
Nice.
So those are my updates. I'm looking at my notes here. Sorry, I didn't print them out today, so I hope I'm not like staring at my phone too much, but I don't want to mess up names or, any of our awesome information we have this week. So
Mhm.
like Carly said, we're going to be talking about our lips. And basically, as if you've been listening or watching us, then you know that Carly and I will guide the conversation. And, we have a couple categories that we'll show and talk about our products in those categories. So, and any techniques. Don't forget that. Throughout each category, we're also going to be highlighting products from Black-owned beauty brands, which we have done the previous 3 episodes as well. And, I know that Carly's mentioned it before, but this is just a kind of an easy way to support right now. There's petitions, there's charities that you could donate money to, and there's also these companies that you can help support and give money to, especially during COVID where we necessarily can't go out and spend our money at places. You can order these online and we'll give you those websites as we go. And, we recommend ordering from the websites, not necessarily from Sephora and Ulta, even though those are great places to shop and me and Christian frequent them very often. We want to make sure that we're putting money in the right company during this time. So I feel like I went way off script on that. So let me.
Nope.
No,
That was perfect.
you're fine. Yes, well said.
Yeah. So, like we've said previously as well, these are just a challenge that we've given ourselves. in this beauty mini-series, geez. And in the future after this series is over, just something that the four of us are gonna, consciously look at where we're spending our money. So we hope that you guys can maybe join in with us. And I'm gonna start with, let's see. Oh, there we go. So the goal of our episodes always are to empower each other. So if you guys are ready, we're going to jump right in. And we're going to start with lip exfoliators. So I will say I have a couple. I do not use them very often, and I need to because I feel like that is something that I've really wanted to focus on for a while now, is getting my lips to not be as dry. I feel like when I put lipstick on, I don't necessarily like it because it'll start to get really dry or flaky by the end of the evening, which exfoliators and future categories we'll be talking about are things that can help with that. So let me show you what I do have and what I'm going to try. I did purchase from e.l.f. a lip exfoliator, and it's like a chocolate mint type flavor. So I'm kind of excited about that. I haven't tried it yet, but it just looks like lipstick, so it's easy to put on. But I'm excited to try it. I have unfortunately, I've learned that this company is not cruelty-free, so
yeah.
I've given them a few, you'll see later, quite a few dollars out of my bank account, but I will not do that anymore, just personal preference. It is the Fresh brand, right? Sugar lip polish, and it is like a brown sugar like scrub. I don't know.
I bet that smells delicious.
Oh yes, it does, and it works really well. So if you aren't somebody who is shopping cruelty free all the time, or that just may not be your focus while you're shopping, then this lip exfoliator does work really well. I have used it in the past, and they have multiple scents, and all of their scents are really, really good, which is why I have spent money to their company before. And then I have a monthly subscription with LiveGlam. There's a YouTuber that I watch. I watch her on Facebook Live and her YouTube videos, and she does partnerships with LiveGlam a lot. And it's like a $20 a month thing, and then you get 3 lipsticks, and you can trade out if you don't like the colors or anything. But one of the last months they sent a watermelon sugar lip scrub. Those little and I haven't tried it yet, and I don't know why. Well, I just like I said in the skincare routine, I'm just not somebody who wants to spend a lot of time in the bathroom scrubbing my face and stuff. But since I've gotten good with doing that in the mornings and night, I need to add in the lip scrubs. But those are the 3 that I have, so I have options. I don't know if LiveGlam is cruelty free. I believe they are, but I would have to do more research on that.
Yeah, check that out because that sounds like a product I would want to try. Especially I don't know if I'm the only one. Did anyone else instantly when you said watermelon sugar? Did anyone else sing the Harry Styles song?
Every time, and it
in
gets
my
stuck
head.
in my head.
So blaming you.
I'm gonna Google it while I pass the baton on to Christian and see what kind of lip scrubs or exfoliators she has.
So that is one category. I think the only category of lips that I don't have anything. So as I've moved away from things like liquid lipsticks, I don't feel like I need them anymore. Honestly, if my lips ever feel peely or I can feel that I have dead skin on my lips, I take my toothbrush and I just very gently rub my toothbrush all over my lips, and that exfoliates them nicely.
I did not know that. I'm gonna have to try that. I should have known the answer to this because LiveGlam put out a animal collection.
Oh my gosh, that packaging is precious.
That's
it's got
really
little paw prints on it.
Little paw prints. So they are cruelty-free and vegan. They're Leaping Bunny certified.
Nice.
So that's
a trustworthy organization. That's good.
Yes. So for our listeners out there, thank goodness, because right now my LiveGlam isn't activated, so you can cancel it at any time and reactivate it at any time if there's a couple months you don't want to spend that $20. You can also skip a month, but you can't skip 2 months in a row. So
yes. So if LiveGlam wants to send us over some products to test out, we can put that on the Pones Media website. So LiveGlam.
Yes, and you can There, yeah, and you'll see I have a lot. Anyways, so Carly, what about you? Lip exfoliators, lip scrubs.
Yeah. So currently I don't have one. I used to use one that actually was handmade by my esthetician. She would make up her own. It was basically like a sugar lip scrub that she would use like brown sugar and certain other really yummy ingredients, and she would sell them in these like cute little tins. And I would just get those. But I have not gotten one from her in a while. So I don't have one right now, but I do have a similar recipe for like a brown sugar type scrub. And if I'm ever really wanting to do it, I'll just make like a little bit. Um, but like I haven't been exfoliating as much as I should be. So I haven't whipped up a batch lately, but that's what I've been using. I've had my eye on the one that you have, Haley, from Elf, just because
Yes.
as you all know, if you've been listening to the show, I use a lot of Elf products. I really like the company. Um, so I
Found it at Marshall's, by the way.
yeah.
$2.99.
So, that is something that I'm interested in trying. Um, but also there's a particular lip exfoliator that I want to highlight that I might try first, from a Black-owned beauty company. And the company's called Anne's Apothecary, which sounds like really cool.
It does.
Makes you want to like,
very
It
you know,
does.
when I hear that, I instantly think natural, you know?
Yeah.
So the company's called Anne's Apothecary, and they have a Hydrate 8 lip scrub, and their scrub contains Israeli jojoba wax ester, which is like a thin, non-greasy, waxy oil that absorbs into your lips and makes your lips soft and supple. And so that sounds like my jam.
Amazing.
I really want to try
Yes.
that out. So that might be what I try first. And listeners, if that sounds awesome to you too, because yes, you can find that online on her website, or I'm assuming it's her, but I shouldn't say that. I'm assuming it's Anne, but it might not be Anne. But Anne'sApothecary.com, and that's Anne with two N's and an E. And so we'll tag that whenever we tweet about it. We'll make sure that you get the link. But Anne'sApothecary.com. So I'm gonna try that lip scrub. I'm pumped about that. But if none of you have any more lip scrubs, we are going to move forward into lip balms. And so for this category, we are focusing mainly on just balms and like more nourishing type um, serums and such, not necessarily lip glosses. So if you use a lip gloss and you want to talk about that, that's awesome, but save it for like the next question. So this one is just balms and those types of things. So I hope that that's clarifying to you, Haley and Christian.
Yeah.
If not, we'll just kind of stumble through it as we go. But for me, I really just use like Burt's Bees and chapstick. I don't have a Burt's Bees with me right now. Right now, I actually just finished a tube. Haley has one, but I seriously just have like a chapstick. Cue
Nice.
Katy Perry because this is a cherry chapstick.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's all of our song references today.
Yeah. So I know should have been a musical. But
Only
yeah,
you're singing.
I mean we can arrange it. But yeah, I am really simple when it comes to balms and stuff, and it's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't really know anything about the chapstick brand, to be honest. I don't know if they're cruelty free or not. I know that Burt's Bees is, but I'm not sure if chapstick is. But chapstick is an OG, like, I
Yeah.
usually buy a 3-pack and whatever. And I'm the type of person that I have a chapstick in my little purselet. I have a chapstick in my tote. I have a chapstick in, my makeup area in my room. I have a chapstick downstairs. I have a chapstick everywhere. And so, like, for me to produce a chapstick sometimes it's hard because like I have them everywhere because I don't know where they are all the time. So I have just one in every spot. But yeah, OG chapstick or Burt's Bees is the best. That's what I use. I other than that don't use anything fancy. What about you, Christian? What do you use as far as balms?
Well, I have a little bit more of an extensive collection. You talked about Burt's
Love
Bees,
it.
so I wanted to start out with a new one. There's a YouTuber named Matilda. Her channel is Matilda, and she does really, really cool overhead shots of her products. And she showed off the Burt's Bees tinted lip balm in the shade Red Dahlia. And when she was talking about it, she said it's a reddy brown color. And I was like, you know what? That sounds like my jam. And it is very pretty. It's super, super sheer. So any of our viewers, I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it. It's a little shiny. It's just something that like deepens your lips a little bit, makes them look a little sultry. So it's new to me, but I really, really love it. Now, my balm that is equivalent to Carly's, like I have one in my car, I have one in my bag for work, I have one on my TV stand by my keys, I have one everywhere, is the Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm. Haley was there, so she can attest to this. I freaked out when I realized they were cruelty-free because I thought they weren't. And I thought I was going to have to give up my favorite lip balm, but Jack Black is completely cruelty-free. My favorite flavor of it is just the original shea butter. Doesn't taste like anything. It has SPF 25 in it, and it's amazing. I'm going to try to fly through these because I really have a lot, guys. And this isn't even all of them because I left out my non-cruelty-free ones. My last tinted product is from JOA, which Gabby spoke about when she was on our show. I believe she talked about JOA. You can find this at CVS, I believe. And this is called the La Bam Balm by JOA. It's their tinted lip balm. Oh no, the shade's right here. The shade is Bikini. It's a cooler toned brownie sheer lipstick. I'm really into these sheers lately. So any of our viewers, it's kind of like a rosy brown. I love that one. The smell, I'm not going to lie to you guys, is kind of terrible in my opinion, but I really like the color, so I keep it around. My tubes, I'll move on to my tubes now. I have Kopari, which is a cruelty-free coconut oil based company. And what I mean by that is all of their products are based in coconut oil. This is their lip glossy. I use it not just as a really nourishing lip balm, but it also functions as a really good clear lip gloss for anybody that likes that. It's very juicy, very shiny. And then another new one to me is from First Aid Beauty. It's their Ultra Repair Lip Therapy. Really, really nice. Like if it's one of those where if your lips almost hurt and you're like, I just know my lips are really chapped, put this on and that goes away instantly. It's very, very soothing and moisturizing. I'm going to talk about two lip balms from the same company. I only have one here with me. The company is Bite. That's a Sephora exclusive. Well, not exclusive. The place that they are sold in store is Sephora. Obviously, you can shop at their website. I have their Agave Plus Nighttime Lip Therapy, and I also have their balm, their lip mask. That's what it's called. Now, I am very sad. Do you have it, Haley?
The lip mask. That's the one you gave me.
Yes, and you have the old formula. I'm going to steal that back from you. So okay. I love Bite. They are cruelty-free, and they decided that they wanted to make a move with their company and go vegan, which is really, really great. So they took, I believe it was linalool out of their balms, and now I hate them. I'm very sorry. But they just aren't moisturizing like they used to be. I feel like that's the consensus from a lot of people, but I still do see people who really like the new formula. So if you like something that feels very nourishing, but isn't going to be heavy on your lips, that might be a balm you want to check out. And my last one is in a tube. It's from Pat McGrath. This is a Black-owned beauty company. This is a very bougie lip balm, guys. I believe this is $42. Ooh. I got it in a set, so I did not purchase this exclusively. I got it in a set of other lip products. And I really love the formula of this in their tinted lip balms. So this is her Lip Fetish lip balm. The clear one for that price, I absolutely would not say is worth it. I'm sorry, Mama Pat. But she does have a shade called Nude and a shade called Flesh 3 that I do think are worth it. It's a really nice, those are really nice sheer colors. This one just, I would get them if you want a sheer lipstick. Let me put it that way. Not if you want a lip balm. If you want a lip balm, some of the other ones that I mentioned are much more nourishing and much more soothing on your lips. So yes, if you want a Lip Fetish lip balm, a nice sheer lipstick, I would go with Nude or Flesh 3. And with that, I have a couple balm products that are in tubes that I'm going to save for the lip gloss category because they're kind of like balm glosses. So I'm going to save those for later. But yes, that is my extensive lip gloss collection, or lip balm collection.
Yes.
Great.
Well, I don't
We
think
love
it's.
it.
Yeah, that wasn't like painfully long or anything. So
I'm
No.
glad. I left
Yeah.
out 3 so it wouldn't be painfully long.
yeah, no,
Oh God, I have a
you're
problem.
totally okay. Totally okay. What about you, Haley? Lip balms.
So Christian, this Bite
Mhm.
Agave lip mask candy cane is not open,
Oh.
so it's all yours.
Oh my
Still-
gosh, you're my hero.
It still has the foil on it. I think I just grabbed it out of your grab bag. She's got like a bag of products that she doesn't want or
Mhm.
use anymore, and then she gives it to her lovely friends. And hadn't used it yet, so I'll put that to the side to give to you.
my
I have
girl.
obviously Burt's Bees. This is the only thing that works for me when my lips are chapped. The only thing. And I have used it since high school, and I just can't find one I like as much as Burt's Bees when it comes to like a chapstick or a lip balm. I mean, really, it's the peppermint in it I feel like really helps heal your lips when they're chapped. And now that PopSocket has a deal with them, so you can get a PopSocket on your phone that opens and there's Burt's Bees inside of it. So I'm going to order one of those
Amazing.
because I will always have Burt's Bees on me if it's on my phone. Because who doesn't have their phone with you, you know? Maybe some people.
Make sure
but
to
not-
sanitize your finger first.
Right. I mean, you should be doing that right now anyway, COVID.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
please.
I was gonna say in the age of COVID anyway, like this is
Right.
Please do that.
a rough product, but we'll make it.
The other ones I have, I don't believe are cruelty free. I did purchase them before I knew that, which is kind of sad because they, I guess we'd call them flavors. I mean, I guess you could like lick it if you wanted to. Scents. I don't know what you want to call it. Christian, help me out with that. You say this one again. The
Laneige.
Laneige. Okay. In the pear, which is like my favorite fruit. So man, I put this on and I'm like, it's gone.
Laneige, please go cruelty free because I have a whole
Please.
tub of their lip mask. I hate
Oh,
it.
they have the best scents. Like what it
Mhm.
says on the product is what it smells like. Like you're not getting anything else than what they're advertising. So
Yes.
please, you have a lot of good flavors, scents, whatever you want to call it, and I would like them. It's only cost me $18, so
Only. That just tells you how much. Haley
Burt's
and I
Bees
can
isn't the
be
cheapest either,
bougie.
okay? Like for chapstick,
No.
it's not.
That's true. That's
It's-
true.
So, I mean, 18 compared to some of the other prices, but
Mhm.
I also have two from that fresh sugar, fresh company, sugar coconut, sugar lemon, and let me tell you, this lemon is heaven. Okay,
It
I
smells
am
so good.
only slowly using it because I'm obviously not going to purchase the brand again, being that it's not cruelty free. So I've got to make this last for really long. The coconut is just really, I mean, it's I guess what I consider more of an everyday one for me because I like if I run out of it or if I lose it, it's not a big deal. But I'm always going to turn to Burt's Bees when I need it. So thank you, Burt's Bees, for being cruelty free and for always being amazing. But before we move on, I do want to highlight a Black-owned beauty brand called Beneath Your Mask, which, by the way, I love the name of this company.
Mhm.
I don't know, it just makes you feel like they really want to see what's underneath, you know? They want to highlight the beauty in us under. So their Remedy Conditioning Lip Balm is an all-day and all-night lip treatment that nourishes and repairs your lips as you wear it. It glides on like a balm and delivers long-lasting hydration during the day and restorative. Why can't I talk today? Nourishment overnight. So you can find it online at beneathyourmask.com. And that might be my next purchase when it comes to lip
Amazing.
balm. Because yes,
Right?
the overnight part sounds amazing.
Mhm.
I feel like I don't know if you're like me and sometimes you sleep with your mouth open. That can hurt your lips a
Right.
little.
Yeah, well, and sometimes
Yeah,
too,
that
there
sounds
are
beautiful.
lip balms that I don't know if they're just not formulated for overnight,
Yeah.
but if I wear them overnight, sometimes I'll break out because it
Yeah.
like clogs the pores around
Yeah.
my lips and stuff.
Right.
Mhm.
So I like the fact that this one is formulated to be all day, all night. So you know
Right.
that you're probably not going to have the same problems as other products that aren't
Right.
necessarily
Yeah.
for overnight wear. So
And
I'm
it
pumped.
sounds amazing. So I'm gonna definitely have to check out
Yeah.
just their website in general, but that lip mask because like I said a little bit ago, that's where I want to focus now. I feel like I've got a lot of good makeup products. I got a lot of good skincare now, so I need to focus on my lips as well.
Yeah.
So
That's going on my wish list too.
yeah. Next, we're going to move to lip glosses. I think I only have 2, not going to lie. I don't really know where the other one is, though. So we're just going to talk about one, and it is from that Live Glam company. And the YouTuber I watch, her name is Leslie, and her company that she has started is Les Do Makeup. So that is her name. That's her code you put in to get discounts on things. That's her merchandise. So she has it at lesdomakeup.com. She's a lot of fun to watch, and she lives in El Paso, actually. So she's a Texan as well. So this is in her Oh Martha color. She is the biggest fan of the Grinch. So she will name stuff after the Grinch all the time. People send her Grinch things, and she definitely uses and wears them all the time because it's her favorite. This is just like a nude gloss, and it is my go-to.
Very pretty.
If I don't want something dark or that it seems more nighttime, then this is definitely my go-to. I did have one, I want to say from Tarte, but I don't know where it is right now. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to Christian and let her talk about her glosses.
Guys, I'm sorry. I have a problem called makeup, okay?
We already learned this last week about us.
Yeah, and well, I didn't realize. I thought that it would kind of be, if you heard our episode last week, it was kind of like Haley and I had a lot of products, and Carly and Candy had really nice curated little collections. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought Haley was gonna have like.
Oh, I do, but it's in the lipstick portion.
Okay, so I guess mine are just more distributed. So for lip glosses, I'm gonna start off with. Actually, you know what? I'll save that one for the end. Sorry, I'm gonna start off with my favorite lip gloss. This is my favorite lip gloss of all time, and it was limited edition. It is a collaboration with a company called Essence and Ulta Beauty. I figured out Ulta Beauty is cruelty-free, so thank goodness that this is cruelty-free. But sadly, it is limited edition. It was part of their Girls United project. So they had young women across a variety of races and ages get together and design the collection, which I thought was really cool. It was the reason I originally bought the gloss, because I wanted to support that. It's called Power Nude. They're phasing the collection out now. So if you want it, walk, don't run. No, run, don't walk. Sorry, strike that, reverse it. Run, don't walk to Ulta.
She's a teacher. Can you tell?
Yes.
Just a little bit.
This is the only product in my whole lipstick collection that I have backups of, guys. I have 3 of these.
It's amazing.
I'm halfway through one.
What happens when you love something, though?
Well, and I know it's going to go away, so I need to have enough to last me the rest of my life. Now, my next products are new to me. With the whole crisis we've had going on in the world, online shopping has been my therapy, unfortunately. Fortunately, it has brought these 2 wonderful lip products into my life. This is a company called Rowan. I believe I spoke about their eyeshadow palettes last time. Because I love those so much, they came out with this product. It's called the Kiss My Lip Balm. Now, if you're wondering why it wasn't in my balms, I went ahead and moved it over to the lip glosses just because it comes with a doe foot applicator. I have a shade called Charlie, which is a nice
What was that word?
Doe foot. So the applicator that's like the little.
Yes.
Yeah, the little
So
okay.
For
I'm learning
people
new
who are
things.
watching. Yeah. So if
that's like
if
the
something
elf
is
one.
in a so if something is in a tube and you pull it out and it has like a fuzzy tip at the end, that's called a doe foot. Charlie is a pinky nude, and then I have Remy, which is more of a brownish peachy nude. And these are just really nice, guys. They're very minty, so if you like that, they're really minty, but they are super nourishing. And they give this like stained glass juicy effect to your lips. I am in love with them. And my last one I'm going to save because it's kind of a crossover between lip gloss and lipstick. This is the Anastasia gloss in the shade Toffee. I got this as a mini and didn't think I would ever like it. Put it on for my sister's graduation photo shoot and loved it. So it's, again, I have a thing, guys. It's brownie nudes. It's a really, really pigmented gloss. So that's what's going to set it apart from the other 2. The other ones I mentioned are sheer. This one is literally like a liquefied lipstick mixed with a gloss. If you took lipstick, put it in a blender, made it really, really glossy, that's what you would get from the Anastasia formula. And
I don't recommend that, but you know.
Yeah, I don't.
Right? No,
I use a blender, please.
It would be a huge mess. Just go out and purchase the Anastasia gloss. It is a product that I will definitely be repurchasing when I run out of the mini. So yeah, actually that wasn't so bad, guys. So I didn't do terribly. 3 products.
Yeah, no. I
I'm
mean,
all right.
I think it's okay if you have more. I mean, there's people who love lip gloss and people who love lipstick, and I'm just not a lip gloss person. I don't like the sticky feeling, which is why I only have one.
Right.
So it's just a texture thing for me.
Yeah.
But I might try that one that's going out of stock. But I honestly am scared too, because if I love it and then it's gone, I'll be mad. So
Right.
I might not.
You can try any stuff that I have. You know that.
Yes, I know. I'm gonna come over and be like, "Excuse me, I brought you your lip mask, but I'm also gonna try out all your lip glosses." But
yes, I do want to say that the lip gloss and then the lip balm that I talked about, the Jack Black lip balm, are the only 2 beauty products I have ever gifted to people because I like them so much. So for anybody who wants my top recommendations.
yes,
that would
I
be those
forgot.
2.
I have a Jack Black lip balm on the way that Christian purchased for me. I don't have yet, but I'm really excited to try it. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Carly, what about you? Lip glosses.
Yeah, so I am with you, Haley. I don't have a whole lot of lip glosses. Right now, I do have one that I use occasionally. It is KKW actually, and which is cruelty free, and they don't sell their products in China. So,
Nice.
to my knowledge, they're not tested on animals. But I have this lip gloss. It is the KKW Lust is the name of the color. And it's like a peachy sheer color.
Carly, speaking
Wow.
language.
And I really like the color a lot. I'm actually wearing it for this.
It looks gorgeous.
I like the color a lot. Thanks, you guys. I think my one thing about this, if I had to like give an honest review about it, I'm not a huge fan of the texture of it. It's not terrible, but it's really, really thick. And so you put it on and like a little bit goes a long way, which is not a bad thing. But if you're not really expecting that, or if you're wanting to apply it all over your lips, it just can be kind of odd. So there's kind of a learning curve with this particular type. That might not be true about every lip gloss. But this particular style, this particular one, it's like that. And then also the taste and smell of it is not super pleasant. It's not flavored or anything. So that's not what I mean, but it's just like this, I don't know how to describe it. It's not bad, but it doesn't particularly taste good or smell good. So if that's kind of your thing,
don't lick your lips.
Yeah, you might not be a huge fan of
right, there you go, yeah.
That if you really want something that's going to taste kind of pleasant or smell good or be like fruity or minty or just have a pleasant, this won't give you that. But I do really like the color. I like the way that it looks, and it's a very easy way to get just a little bit of like sheer peachy pigment on your lips. And I'm very fair, light-skinned, so for me, it's more of like a nude gloss. If you have deeper skin tones, it would be like a nice, peachy, sheer gloss on your lips. So it might be your jam, but it's the only lip gloss that I have, ladies and gentlemen, and siblings and friends. It's the only colors that I have.
I'm just gathering gift ideas right now, Carly.
Yeah. I'm open to trying new, different ones. I'm not a huge fan of sticky. I mean, who is?
No.
So that's always kind of the thing. This one does feel a little sticky, but not overwhelmingly so. But it's like I wouldn't eat a donut after I put it on. Let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? It would be a disaster.
I like that descriptor.
That's horrible because I love donuts. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I didn't mean to tease you with that, but yeah, I usually I kind of think about like what I want to eat immediately after this, and to be fair, like maybe that's not a super fair assessment because it's your lips, but there are some products that won't budge, and I just like that. And with a gloss, maybe that's demanding. I don't know, but I don't want to have to like take everything off and redo it every time I eat. I don't want a product that makes me do that. So, but otherwise, I think it's a good product. But I do want to go ahead and highlight a lip gloss from a Black-owned beauty brand. This particular brand is called The Lip Bar. And let me first just say that all of their lip products are on my wish list for sure because they have very, very beautiful, very pigmented, gorgeous lip shades. So, I mean, it's just amazing. But of their many, many lip options, they do have some gorgeous lip glosses that are pigmented really nicely. They have really, really good color payoff. So if that's your jam and you want to do that and live that life, just go on their Instagram and you'll just be like, oh, I must. Really, really, really pretty colors. So you can buy their lip colors online at thelipbar.com, and you're probably gonna want to buy like every single color related because that's how I felt when I saw them. So go check them out. We will link it at the end, of course, as well when we post. Next up, though, is lip liners. Okay, we are heading into the even more pigmented category here with liners. And we put that one first because usually if you're using a lip color, you will also use a liner first to kind of help for a couple of things, help with application so you know like where you're going, you have a roadmap, but also it kind of helps to keep the color from bleeding as well. If you notice, sometimes if you wear a lip liner versus when you don't, the times when you don't wear a lip liner, a lot of times your lip color can bleed down onto your chin a little bit. I mean, sometimes that happens anyway whenever you're eating, like if you open your mouth. But lip liner just helps. It really does help to keep everything like situated. So we're going to talk about those, and I'll start first. I do use lip liners, but I don't always use them necessarily like with lip color. A lot of times, which I don't know if this is breaking the rules, whatever. I make my own rules. I sometimes will wear lip liners all over my lip. Like I will line and then I'll fill it in. Like the whole solid lip with a liner. And you have to be careful because sometimes it doesn't work out that great. But I actually have 2 liners from KKW Beauty that are like a good cream liners. And I don't know if you can see that. One is a nude for my skin tone. I don't know the color of what it's actually called. Oh, it's nude 0.5. So it's a really, really light nude. And of course, she has nudes that go up to more deeper tones. It's not a super inclusive line, but she does have deeper shades. I think that there are probably the same amount of light shades and dark shades, but it's not like an exhaustive like color schema. There might be like maybe 10 shades total. But I was able to find one that I liked for my skin tone, but I'm fair skinned, so that's every brand has that for me. Because privilege. Okay. And then I also have it in a like a red shade. This is her red 1. And these are really, really easy. What I like about them is that they do stay put like a liner. So if I want like a kind of a matte finish lip, really, really quick and easy, I will just line and go. It's even easier with like, the lighter shades because there's more room for you just swipe and go. The red, you have to be a little bit more careful. But that's literally the 2 liners that I have that I use. And I recommend. I like them. I like these a lot more than the gloss as far as KKW goes. So
I have a red that looks like it'll match that liner that I'm gonna give you. Okay.
Yeah, get it. And then I'll like let you all know how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were my lip liners. So I want to hear next from Christian.
All right. I've heard a lot of good things about, especially the nudes in the KKW. That's something I might be interested in trying, actually, Carly. So thank you for suggesting something.
Of course. I really like the brand, and it's a good brand.
Yeah.
So far. I mean, from what I know about it. If any of you guys know anything about the brand that you're like, comment about it to us so we know.
Exactly. Yes. Please let us know. Educate us. So I have, of course, I have a lot of lip liners. I'm going to start off with NYX. I have 2 different formulas. I have their regular lip pencil and then this one's a mouthful. Ready, guys? Their slide on, glide on, stay on, definitely a turn on, waterproof, extreme color lip liner. There we go. That's the whole name.
Oh my God.
Right? So I have in their lip pencil, I just have beige. And then in the other one that I'm not going to say again, I have the shade Nude Suede Shoes, which is basically my lip color. Literally, it's a tiny bit lighter, so I like it for overlining. Those are the shades. I'm not going to swatch because I'm taking up a lot of time for us.
No, you're
Then
fine.
I also have Milani. These are actually a lot newer to me. I just heard people talk about them over and over. I have the shade 4 and the shade 9. So 4 is another slightly darker, but the same tone as my lips. So this is another really good natural lip liner for me. And 9 is something that I'll use under my lip to make it look poutier. That's a trick I learned on YouTube, on the YouTubes. Then I also have the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in BFF3. This I also use for that function of making my lips look a little poutier, so I'll line just on the very bottom of my lip. But for all my lovely ladies with melanin, this is a really good shade. I've heard multiple times from several YouTubers that I watch that this is their favorite lip liner because it is a nude for them. It matches their skin tone or their lip tone better than other ones. So for anybody watching who needs something like that, I would check out ColourPop. They do have a fairly wide range, so that's another just good extensive color range to check out. And my last one is also new to me. It's very cheap. I believe it was only like $2.99, and it is from LA Girl and in the shade Bear. This is my equivalent of the nude suede shoes, but a warmer color. So I go for nude suede shoes if I'm wearing a pink. I put on Bear if I'm looking for something a little bit browner or more yellow toned. And I actually really, this Bear and the nude suede shoes are my two favorite to do what Carly talked about, of filling in my whole lip and then normally topping like a gloss or something on top of it. They're really, really nice formulas, guys. All of them stay on very well. They do not move around or budge or fade. So those are really, really good long wearing formulas.
Love.
Mhm.
Love, love, love. I was just looking up just to double check because I didn't want to misspeak. And yeah, KKW has about 11 different shades. So
Okay.
if you were curious about that. So, better than none, but basically it's about half and half. Like there's like about, 5, maybe 6 shades that are like, fair to like medium skin tone. And then there's maybe like 5 shades that are like darker skin tone, which is not, it's better than nothing. But I personally don't necessarily feel that like 10 or 11 shades is very inclusive because we just have all, between us 3 just now, I mean, we're all white-ish or white passing, and we have different skin tones between the 3 of us. And so it's like, to try to,
that could
anyway.
be 3 liners right there.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So anyway, I'm not saying that to be critical, but I'm just wanting you to be informed as you're listening. Right. If you're trying to figure out who has a wider shade, like if you're, wanting to find a company that probably will have a match for you, I just wanted to arm you with information. So yeah, just wanted to say that.
NYX is another good one too, Carly. Speaking of more diverse shade ranges between their different lip liners, they have a good wide variety of shades.
That's fantastic to know. I'll have to look into that, and listeners look into that too, if that's what you are looking for. Okay, Haley, do you have lip liners?
I have to. I don't use them. I am horrible when it comes to lipstick and lip liner. As you'll see in a little bit, I pretty much only use liquid because the application process to me is easier. I just haven't learned the right techniques to lining my lips. I feel like I go over too far, or it's not lined enough, and it just really doesn't look good in my opinion. So I do want to learn, especially, hearing about like the bleeding and all that, the stuff that you guys talked about. I do have one from Kat Von D. I did purchase a lot of her lipsticks before I knew about her and her husband's thoughts on like Jewish people and stuff like that. If you haven't heard of stuff like that, look it up. But now her beauty brand is just KVD. She's no longer a part of it, so you can support the brand now. Of course, it's cruelty free and all that. But this one, however, I did purchase before. It is her Everlasting lip liner and crayon. In the color Lovecraft, and you'll see in a little bit, it's like a pink. I don't know if my lighting really allows for the color, but I actually have the liquid lipstick as well, which is the only reason I have this is because it's a perfect shade match to the lipstick. In reality, I should have bought the Lolita, not this one, because Lovecraft is super pink and I barely wear it. So these two might come home with you, Carly, as well. I feel like your skin tone is really good for this color pink.
I'll take it.
And then I have one that, And then I have one that Christian gave me, which is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in another round, and it's like a more of a nude And
Love that.
I am excited to try this one because I feel like it matches a whole lot more colors, whereas that one is only inclusive to that one color. So that was kind of like a dumb purchase on my end. Not because it sucks or anything, but just because it only goes to that one color. So I would really like to find, maybe in the NYX or in the ColourPop, some that go with like my normal colors, the ones I don't wear as much, or the ones I wear more, and then get like the Lolita, which is my favorite like nighttime date night one. But yeah.
Swatch my lip liners.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna need to come over, and she taught me how to do some contouring, and
So proud.
what else? There was something else.
I'm so proud too.
There was
Big
something
girl,
else she
so
taught
proud.
me, and I've been using it a lot. Oh, I use eyeshadow on my top lid for liner. So I learned those two techniques from Christian, and so I would love for her to also teach me and Carly about liner and help me be more of a girl in that aspect, or a boy, because boys can do it too. And a lot of boys do it way better than I do it.
So true.
And me too.
Yeah, I love it. I love watching those YouTube videos. But before we move on, I want to highlight a Black-owned beauty brand called B Simone. It's like B. Simone. B. Simone Beauty. Don't leave that part out. It's important. So some of you may be familiar with B Simone, but if not, then we just wanted to let you know these products are worth checking out. We wholeheartedly suggest that you check them out. So they have lip pencils.
Yeah, a lot of things, but
we'll
lot
highlight
the lip pencils.
Right. I mean, check it out for everything, but just in this category specifically, we're talking about their lip pencils, and they have a good variety. So you could check them out at B Simone, and Simone has an E on the end. I know that people can spell it different ways, but SIMONE, beauty.com. So we're on to lipsticks, and that's the one thing I have a ton of. So if you're ready.
I'm sitting down. Go ahead.
Let's do it.
Oh gosh, I knocked my microphone down. So I have one that I got. It's like 100-point perk at Sephora. If you shop at Sephora, you know that if you're a beauty insider or a VIB, or if you're like Christian, you spend a lot of money in your Rouge, then you get
I know what you're talking about.
Points with every like dollar you spend, and then when you save those points up, you can use them for perks. And so I got this YSL little lip. I almost feel like it's more of a lip gloss. It's like a little pinky. I feel like lighting is horrible for this. Give me a second. Maybe. That's blue.
Yep.
Ooh, and that is bright. Okay, sorry guys. I'm like, okay. So I don't know if that's any better. You can see the pink tint to it. It's very, very sheer can be considered a lipstick, and it smells like watermelon. So Carly, if you like watermelon, I love watermelon to you as well. It's a very pretty pink, but it's very sheer, almost like the lip gloss that you're wearing.
I might have one in my bag too. So
I think you do. We got them at the same. We got them the same day. So.
Yeah.
Watermelon twins.
Yeah. I found this at Ross for $1.49, and it is Kat Von D's, or the KVD now, Noble. And it's just super nude, but it is like lighter than me nude, so it is not my color. I don't know if you can tell, but it's just a very light nude, and it just doesn't look cute on me because it literally is shades lighter than me. So that is one. I mean, I spent $1.49 on it. Am I sad? No. I'll just find somebody to give it to. The things I am sad about are my two Mary Kay ones that I absolutely love that I can't support that company anymore. So what I have is what I have, but I have a really amazing nude from them called Bashful You. I've like changed my lighting and it still kind of sucks, but it's just a very like pretty, I've not
used that.
Yes, I sold it. So I did sell this to quite a few friends and family, but Bashful You is just, I don't know, it's just your classic nude for those of us with this skin tone. So, I mean, they do have some darker shades. I don't know if I would consider Mary Kay super inclusive. I felt like when I was selling it, that was a real bad part that I had with them when it came to like foundations, powder and liquid. I just felt like that they were lacking a lot of. I also have their Rich Truffle, which is a more brown nude. And this is just very pretty. If you're looking for something that just takes the nude a little bit step further, once again, if you're my skin tone, I don't want to like leave people out. It's going to look different on everybody, but for me, it's just a step up from that Bashful You. So like I said, I bought Kat Von D products before she was just KVD. So I have that Lovecraft Garlic. This one's going to go home with you. If you can tell, it's just very, very pink. And it matches that lip liner perfectly. I have, and this one doesn't have a name on it anymore because I use it so much. It's also a nude, if you can see a trend there. I have that nude.
And then I have like Hawkwind or Noble, maybe?
It's not Noble. Noble was too light on me. It might be Hawkwind, though. And then I have Bow and Arrow, which is another nude. And I absolutely love both of them. And then Lolita, which I'm wearing. It's so tell. It's
So
kind of
gorgeous.
bright.
It looks
Kinda, like,
so good on you.
It is my favorite date night one. Like, I purposely put on my makeup today, making sure that I could wear Lolita. The only thing I would say about KVD liquid lipsticks are they're very drying. So if your lips don't have like that nourishment, like you're like me and you don't use the exfoliators and the lip balms like you should, they're going to be too dry for you. And so I don't wear it often because of that. Like right now, I feel like my lips are so dry. And let's see. I'm going to move to all the Live Glam ones I have because I have a lot. And I'm just going to like quickly show them and I'll tell you guys my favorites because I have given a lot away. I love that you get 3 each month because then you can try all 3 and then you can share them with friends and stuff. And so I mentioned a little bit ago that Let's Do Makeup, Leslie, I follow her and she recently had a baby and he is adorable. And when she was pregnant with him, they released a collab and I got rid of the baby daddy one. Which is her baby daddy is Alex, and he has his own clothing line as well. I think it's called like Flexing with a V, but like Alex, but with like a V and an IN on the end. So I mean, that's pretty cool. They're both like doing really well with that. But it was a very, very dark brown, and it was just too dark for me, and so I gave it away to a friend. I do have Baby G because her baby's name starts with a G, and then Baby Mama, which I'm going to give Baby Mama to Carly because it's that red I think is going to match your lip liner.
Love.
Very, very pretty. But I am not a fan of reds on me. I just don't think they look well, like really good. I like the maroons and the nudes, and that's pretty much all I really go for. Some of my stuff is really pink. Like Baby G is really pink, but it's more of a nude pink, and it's very pretty. I mean, the quality of Live Glam's lipsticks is worth the $20 monthly. And like I said, if you don't like a certain color, you can trade that out, or you can trade the whole month out. So you're not really roped into certain colors, and you can also skip the month if you just don't like it. Then you can buy stuff separately. You don't have to only buy that. So if there's one lipstick you want and it's not in that set, you can go ahead and buy it, or a whole set like me. When they finally brought back Leslie's first collection that she ever did with them, I bought it literally because of her. One is called Tequila, Crystal, and Baby Girl. And one is like a nude, one is more brown. This one also isn't like a really great color on me, so I'll have to find somebody to give that to. And then like a pinky. And absolutely love those. And of course I showed you the lip gloss, which is also hers. So basically I bought 2 of her collections and the little lip gloss. I had canceled my subscription and started it just to get the Baby Mama, Baby G. So thank you for that. Thank you. I'm not going to spend money. I also have, and I don't remember, this is like their city collection. I don't remember what month it was. They change it every month. So I honestly don't know the name, but Milan Plain Jane and First Class, which are just pinks and nudes.
So that middle one.
Yes, they're all super pretty on. I just don't wear lipstick a whole lot because I don't wear it to work. I don't want to look like crazy at work. So
Well, and right now with everyone wearing masks too, it's kind of like
right.
I just get it all over the fabric on the inside of my mask.
Yes.
I have another one that's named after a city. It's not involved in that collection. It was, I believe, an April collection because that's when they started. So they considered it their birthday collection. If you can see the sprinkles, maybe the like donut looking. That's their birthday one. So this one's called Paris, and it's like another pinky. I have a problem, guys. A lot of these look the same. I'm not willing to part ways with a lot of them. And then I have gotten rid of the other 2 in the paw. I think it was. This one's called Paparazzi. Their paw collection because one was super red and it just wasn't me. And this one's kind of like a pink as well. And this is probably my favorite out of all of the Live Glam ones. Guys, I have too many. What is going on? I'm just now getting into these. Okay. I have 4 Tartes. Their Tarte lip paints are amazing. They go on super easy. They are really pretty. My favorite is Birthday Suit. I recently broke it and had to order it straight from Tarte because they do not sell it at Ulta and Sephora anymore. It was a limited edition, but it is still on Tarte's website. So these are the 4 I have from Tarte. Just, again, nudes, pinks, peachies.
Gorgeous.
This one is Birthday Suit, and it is literally my everyday go-to if I'm wearing lipstick. Whereas Lolita, the one I'm wearing from KVD, is my nighttime one. These are ones that Christian gave me. They're from Bare Minerals, so she can talk about like the formulas, but they're just really pretty colors. I haven't used them yet, but I'm super excited to because I absolutely love all of Bare Minerals products in general. And then she gave me this Too Faced Melted Matte. Which is also
that the sugar cookie one?
This is sugar cookie. It
smells
like a sugar cookie, okay? This thing smells fan-freaking-tastic, and it is very, very pretty. So thanks for that one, Christian. That's amazing. But my current obsession is, which is why I saved them for last, is the Huda liquid lipsticks. I only have 4. They are $20 a piece, which so are the KVDs. Whereas Live Glam, you're getting 3 for $19. And I don't know how much Bare Minerals are because Christian gave them to me. So, yeah, and they're free. I have Girlfriend, which is also my current go-to right now. I just bought this like a week or 2 ago with Christian. Venus, CEO, and Day Slayer. A lot of theirs are like female empowerment type names, which is why they got me. And I had to buy them, you know. So those are those 4. Very, very nude, very pretty. Pink. This is Girlfriend. So that's my, like, I wear it all the time now. It's more of like a, I don't know, like a peachy nude, but not super peach. It doesn't look pink, but I don't know. It's just like a great everyday color. And that's it, guys. I know that was a lot, so sorry, but
no, it's fine.
I do have a few now that I know I'm going to give to Carly. I'm going to turn this brightness down some.
I love declutters.
I'll accept because I don't have a whole lot.
I'm excited to be able to give those to you, and that way you can also try the Live Glam before signing up for it. If it's something that you do want to sign up for, you can already try the formulas. And I know my also makeup addict, Christian, probably has a lot. I'm going to ponder her next.
Yes. So since you spoke about them, also I do want to say in another episode, I said I wasn't sure if Huda is cruelty-free, so I just looked it up. Ethical Elephant, which is one person I look at, said yes. Cruelty-free Kitty, which is another person I looked at, said in the gray area. So, I mean, take that how you will. So,
makes me a little sad.
Talked about Bare Minerals. I know it's something about her lashes is what's causing the controversy.
She's
never put out a clear statement about her lashes. Yeah. So Haley talked about the Bare Minerals. I gave 2 colors to her. I gave her Ohm and XYZ. Both are discontinued, which depresses me severely because they are 2 of my favorite colors of all time.
Well, if I don't like them, I'll give them back, okay?
Well, I have Ohm.
Oh, again. Okay.
I had 2 of Ohm. That's why I gave one away. I gave XYZ away because I feel like either my preferences, I'm pretty sure my preferences just changed. It became a little pink for me. I've realized I really, really center on like brownish nudes. Not gray brown, though, but like brown-based nudes. So Ohm I kept. It's a warmer, peachy, browny, yellowy nude. That probably isn't the best way to describe it, just because I did a terrible job. I wasn't going to swatch many of these, but I'm going to swatch it just because I don't know if I did a good job of describing that. So that's this formula is amazing. It is matte, but it does not dry your lips out. It stays creamy. So it's almost like applying a lipstick with a doe foot applicator. So like Haley said, that just makes for really nice application. So I really like that formula. And I wish A, that they hadn't discontinued those colors, and B, that they would come out with more. I didn't say the formula. It's actually the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Matte Lipstick. The other one in a doe foot that I'm going to talk about is from Marc Jacobs, which I discovered recently is cruelty-free, which makes me very happy. It's in the shade Hot Cocoa. It is definitely my most pink lipstick. It's a deeper pink, so kind of like a fall pink. It's a pink mixed with maybe again, just like a brownie, orangey color. It's just stunning, guys. It's beautiful. I got both of these at either TJ Maxx or Marshalls on a discount. My other bullet lipstick is from a brand called Makeup Revolution. You can find them on their own website as well as at Ulta. This is, surprise, surprise, brownie nude. This is actually my favorite nude color of all time. It looks a little cool tone on camera, but it's just a true, not really pink, not gray brown, not peachy, just nice neutral brown-based nude. Then from ColourPop, who I love, I have their Just a Tint. I think these might actually be considered balms, guys. I might have put them in the wrong category. But they're really, they're nice, moisturizing, sheer tints of color. So if you're into that kind of formula, go onto their website. They have a nice variety of colors. There are actually a couple others that I would like to pick up. I have Shaka and Give Me S'more. One is a little more cool toned. One is a little bit warmer and peachier. I'm actually wearing one right now. Fun fact, I use Shaka on not just my lips, but my cheeks also as a blush. So there's a fun hack for anybody out there. Yes. I wanted to tie things in / I had 10 minutes to do my makeup. So my last two are definitely in the wrong category. They are from Tarte and they are called their something lip balm. Can I find their Quench Lip Rescue? Never mind. So I guess it's not called a balm, but I would classify these as a balm because they are so super sheer. You can see them on camera. So it's these two colors right here on my lips. They look like just about nothing. I have nude and buff. Nude dulls my lip color just slightly, and buff brings a little tiny bit of like a corally color. So they're nice for natural makeup days. I do want to say I have other lipsticks here, or other lipsticks in my collection. They are not cruelty-free. So Pat McGrath has been the only product I've spoken of that isn't cruelty-free. I decided to just go ahead and leave the other ones out because they weren't cruelty-free. So Haley is not the only lipstick addict here. I have, I believe, 6 other lipsticks.
I'm going to make Carly into a lipstick addict, though.
Probably.
Giving her a bunch of mine.
Join us.
I'm okay with it. I'm bummed, like, that right now, like, if I try a really cool lipstick thing, like, no one will get to see it. But, it's okay. I'll save it for, like, next year or something.
Right. Whenever we can all go out and hang out in public again.
Yeah.
Freely.
Yeah.
So, yes, I understand that not everybody is going to be cruelty-free, and some of these brands are expensive also. So, just to say, if you are on a budget and aren't concerned about cruelty-free, I would say the Maybelline lipsticks, their bulleted lipsticks, are all amazing. I have NARS Lip Glides is what they were called. I have 2 shades. The shade Swing is literally my lips in a tube, just makes my lips look amazing. I have a couple other brands that I'm blanking on right now, which is fine with me because, again, personally, I am just choosing not to support companies that test on animals. But I don't want to exclude people from the beauty community and spread any kind of I don't know, aggression or negativity. Yeah. I just would hope that people understand that animals do not get to choose that they are tested on, and that they might make their own decisions based on that information.
Yes.
And they don't get to choose what they are subjected to either, which, if you do research, is truly appalling.
Yeah.
But yes, now that I'm off my
said.
soapbox, those are my lipsticks.
Alrighty. Well, I love that you're as addicted, probably made me addicted, but that's okay because it's just money, and I like wearing makeup for me, and I like the way it looks. So I'm going to spend it on whatever I want to. But Carly, what about you?
So I'm pretty simple here too. So if I'm not wearing a liner as an all over lip color, I do have 3 lipsticks, 2 of which were gifted to me by Christian. So
Hey,
Hey,
I'll pull
Christian.
these up. I know. So the 2 that I'll talk about first that were from Christian are both from Sephora. And there's this one, I guess, hold on, let me see. Is this a shade name?
Yes, they should be.
I don't know what the shade name is.
It might
maybe
be
it's on the top. Yeah, so this is, I think it's called Tan Lines, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah. But this is like a kind of nude for me color. Let me put my hand back here so you can see it. Like a nude for me color, but it's a little darker, but not too bad. So if I'm wanting like a nude-ish shade for my skin tone, sometimes I'll just swipe that on. I like it because it's really easy to put on and it's like a cream, like a real creamy formula. So that's fun. A more reddish color is this one, and it's called Matinee. And it's like a brownish,
So cute.
reddish color,
Maroon.
maroonish. Yeah, like it's
Mhm.
a deep red, basically. The colors are not that far off from what like the base of the packaging is, essentially. They kind of look like that. So I have those two that I will swipe on, whatever. Like I'm really easy with my lips. Like I just like live my life. And then another one that I have that I'm actually kind of bummed about is a Mary Kay color, and this one is called Poppy Please.
Oh yes.
And I really like it because it's a really fun it's a red, but it has like an
Ooh.
orange kind of
Yeah.
base. So it's like an orangey red, and it's a really, really pretty color, and it's really pretty packaging. But yeah, I am also feeling compelled to be more cruelty free in my makeup purchases because this has made me do my own research, and yeah, so I'm kind of bummed about that because this is a really pretty shade. But I'm sure that there are plenty of dupes out there. I ain't sweating. Um, but yeah, it's literally like these three guys.
Nice.
These are my buds, and this is what we do. So,
I love
that's
the curated collection.
I know. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, Sephora isn't cruelty free anyway. So Sephora, I should say also not anyway. Sephora, I've asked you before, please go cruelty free. I
Yeah,
love those colors.
because
They're so
I think
amazing.
because Christian, you just said that Ulta's brand is right.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
Sephora,
So like Sephora, and
You
like
make
these
enough
two
money.
Go
shades,
Sephora.
like I said, they were gifted to me, so I'm like, whatever.
yeah.
But like they're not. I don't hate the shades, but they're also
Mhm.
not like I'm not like dying to go out and buy them again. So like I'm
Yeah.
okay that
Yeah.
I'll use up these lip tubes and then I will buy something else. And one of the things that I might buy is from one of these two beautiful companies. I couldn't pick one. I actually couldn't really pick two, but
Okay.
I narrowed it down to two. Black owned beauty brands that sell beautiful lipstick. There are countless, but I'm going to name two of them. And actually, this is probably going to be my next lip purchase. So the first one is from a brand called Beauty Bakery that we've talked about before, I think, in another episode for a different product. But I just first want to say, going back really quick, Beauty Bakery also has a really good lip scrub. I know I endorsed another lip scrub as well, but I just had to throw this in. They have a really cool lip scrub if you're wanting another lip scrub option. So check that out on their website. Um, I just like lip scrubs. They're fun. But so this brand has a really popular lipstick that is kind of everyone raves about it from this brand that is called Lip Whip, and it is in it's in like a tube with like a doe foot applicator that you put on, and it is a matte liquid lipstick. And so basically, if you're not sure what that means, essentially like it's a liquid that's in a tube with like an applicator, and you put it on as a liquid, but it dries in a matte. So it's not going to be a shiny, it's going to be like a a flat matte finish. And they are gorgeous. Like just oh my gosh, they're so pretty. And the Lip Whip, apparently, based on what everyone says, it does not budge. You put it on, it is on. And so it's really, really great to find a great lip color like that. But that might not be your jam if like the matte finish isn't really your thing. That's okay. Sometimes I will say a matte lip doesn't work because like if your lips are really, really dry, or if you're having problems like if you're having really chapped lips, or if you have like a crack in your lips because of whatever, the weather or something, sometimes that can be why a matte lip doesn't work for you. And so, which is okay. So if you do more care, like do more of the balm treatments or do more exfoliation and things like that, and in the winter months, take more of a precaution on your lips, you might like matte lipsticks better. And I only say that because I used to hate matte finishes. And once I, was like became aware of that and I used a lip exfoliator for the first time, I didn't actually hate matte lipsticks after that.
Mm.
So, but it also depends on the formula because like Haley mentioned before, there's a certain, I think it was Kat Von D
Yeah.
lipsticks that those mattes are just really drying. And so
Yeah.
if the formula is drying, then that's just hard. But I just wanted to throw that disclaimer in. So if you don't like mattes, maybe try that first. But if you try that and you still don't like matte finishes, that's okay. Because I also want to highlight another brand for those of us who maybe like a more semi matte finish. Like you want it to be creamy, but you don't want it to look shiny. Like maybe if that's your jam, I want to recommend the semi matte lipstick collection from Minted Cosmetics. Now, Minted, we've been talking about skin tone ranges. Minted has a really beautiful range of like true nude colors, which allows people of color and Black people to find the perfect shade for their complexion, which if you're listening and you're not aware and you haven't been aware based on our conversation, a lot of our friends of color and our Black friends are not able to easily find nude shades for them. And it's not just in lipstick, it's with band-aids, it's with pantyhose, with
Yeah.
whatever you name it. If it's called nude, it's usually white, which is not accurate because there are a multitude of skin tones more than just white people.
I
So,
think real quick, I think they
Yeah.
recently did the ballet shoes. They finally gave them a darker color. Finally. Like,
there you go.
Yeah.
how long
So-
has
Like,
that been
how old
around?
is ballet?
If you ever are curious about that and you're like, oh, nude, like I didn't like if this is the first time you're hearing of this, we're not bringing shame on you, but we do want to bring awareness to you and give you an opportunity to say, oh, I want to learn more about this. So if that is something that you're hearing for the first time, or maybe you've heard it before, but you want to learn more about it, go online, Google, because I mean, we have all this research and knowledge at our fingertips. Go look that up because there's a lot of stuff. It's not just cosmetics. I mean, there's so many things when it comes to skin tone inclusivity. But I really love that Minted Cosmetics has a lot of options. I don't know exactly the number of skin tone shades that they offer, but they do offer a lot. There are a lot, and they're gorgeous. So I would say if you are wanting a more semi-matte finish, check them out. And so for both of those, Beauty Bakery, I believe, is just beautybakery.com. I'll have to double check that. And just keep in mind that Beauty Bakery is actually spelled Bakerie because it's not bakery like you would think, but it's a cute spelling on bakery. And apparently Beauty Bakery has really, really cute packaging. Obviously, we want to buy directly from the companies. And if you do that with Beauty Bakery, you get an added bonus of having really, really cute packaging. It's like a present that you give to yourself. So great. So go check them out online. And then also Minted Cosmetics is just mintedcosmetics.com. So I highly recommend checking them out and all the other brands we listed, and we will link those for you too.
Yes, we will. And we've been trying to do that. I think I still need to do the one for eyes, so I may need Carly's help with the websites
tweet it out.
again. Yes, so we get that tweeted out for you guys because episode 3 is currently on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube already. So I'll make sure to get those tweeted out to you, and then when this drops, we'll also get all these links tweeted out to you guys too. But before we end our lovely conversation, I just want to go around and give us a chance to mention any products that we couldn't mention or just that we didn't mention. So one thing that I have is also from Mary Kay, just from my time selling it. It's a lip primer. So kind of like your eye primer, your foundation primer, all that. You just put it on before you put your lipstick on. I don't really know if it works any better than not using primer. To be honest, I don't use it the majority of the time, and I feel like my lipsticks still stay. I know Carly talked about lipsticks that like won't budge, and that is the KVD liquid lipsticks. They might be drying, but once they're on, you ain't doing anything with them. Just like her liquid eyeliner. I mean, it's not going anywhere even if you dunk your face in some water. So this, I don't know if it necessarily helps as much as just wearing a lipstick like that just doesn't budge, but I have it, and so I do try to use it every now and then. And if I want to use one after this is done, I definitely won't buy this one just because of the company. But if anybody has any suggestions for a good one, let me know. YouTube comments or tweet me. Either way, let me know. Kristen, was there anything that you didn't get a chance to mention?
I will mention a possible lip primer for you, Haley.
Okay.
Bite, which I spoke about earlier, has a lip primer. It's in a crayon form, like I'm sure the Mary Kay one is. So maybe that's something for you to check out. And I'm going to mention a product so something very similar to that.
It's white. So that's why it looks really bright. Sorry, guys.
No, you're fine. So maybe next time we go into Sephora, you can at least look at it. If anybody hasn't been into Sephora, you can't swatch anything right now, obviously, because of
or get any free samples.
Or get any free samples. So
I'm a little
the
sad.
other thing, I am too. I'm ready for things to be back to normal. But the other thing I wanted to mention is a product I don't have yet. Like Carly said, there are plenty of Black-owned beauty brands that are out there making very wide, diverse shade ranges. Just recently, a new one was created called Propa. If I'm saying, I've heard Propa and Propa. I believe it's Propa. They just created a nude range that was formulated specifically for deeper skin tones. Now, that doesn't mean that it is excluding other people of other skin tones, obviously, because lipstick, I mean, you wear the colors you want to wear and you wear them the way you want to wear them. But their mission was that people of deeper skin tones wouldn't have to make these lipsticks work for them. They would be able to wear them as they are and not fuss to make a color work for them. And I did order 2 shades, and they are supposed to ship, I believe, sometime soon. They said the end of June. So fingers crossed I might have those next episode to be able to show them off to you guys.
We have a few more episodes. So, we'll get a chance hopefully before the end of the series for sure.
Yeah, so fingers crossed. If you haven't seen them, you can go onto YouTube. People have done swatch videos that are beautiful on a wide variety of skin tones. And to Carly's point of doing research about nudes, a YouTuber named Jackie Ina did an entire video about nudes. She is a Black YouTuber, very big in the beauty space. Some people don't like what Jackie has to say, and that's your opinion. But she did do an entire video about nudes and showing what that looks like on people of color. So if you want to go check out that video, I think it's one worth watching if you've never been briefed on this issue before.
That's great. And for those that don't know, she also collaborated with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, Anastasia, however you say it, palette. So there's an eye makeup palette that she collabed on and made and created. So, and it's very, very pretty. Some of the colors in them are just very bright, and that's not my tones that I use, so I didn't purchase it. But if that's something that you love, go check that out because it is very pretty, and the palettes are great quality.
Yes.
Off on that side note, Carly, was there anything that you didn't get a chance to mention?
No. I shared every lip product that I have for the most part, but which is cool. I am cool with that. I am sure I will grow in my lip love as we go, but like 90% of the time I just wear chapstick, which is okay. Yeah. And for everyone who's listening to, like, if that's more your jam, that's awesome. Wear chapstick and be happy. Although I just realized, I looked it up, chapstick is not cruelty free, so wear like Burt's Bees or something that's,
Carly's already got you covered, Burt's Bees.
See, there you go. There you go. Yeah. So I'll just say that. And then I just want to, because I can't help myself, I will just piggyback really quick and just say, for those who are listening and you're like, they've talked a lot about nude shades and they've talked on this a lot. And yes, we have. And I think that it's important. Like, it's too important to not talk about. And I don't think we can talk about it too much because it's something that, like, if you, like me, are white, you probably have never had to think about this, like, maybe ever in your life, because there's always going to be something for you in every store, whether it's a hair care product, which we'll get into that. There's hair care products, skin tone shades, like we just talked about, Band-Aids, and just like literally anything. There's just a lot. And so
sorry, Carly.
No, that's okay. No, are you swatching that darker?
Yes, I wanted to show just because of what you're saying.
Yeah.
This is the lip liner and nude suede shoes that I spoke about for our viewers. This is what I would say is a pinky nude. Well, guys, guess what? The color next to it is a BFF3. Somebody else could call that a nude. That's not my nude, but we have to just be mindful. I've said a nude a lot in this video. And what I mean
nude
is
for
something
me
that is close to my skin tone.
Yeah.
Right.
Just I apologize for interrupting, Carly.
No, that's fine. I'm glad that you interjected because like that's what we're talking about. So our viewers can see what you're talking about. Our listeners, basically she just showed an example of two different swatches that would be like in a nude collection, but one would be a more of a nude for her skin tone, which is a more like light to medium, whereas, someone who is a black person that would not be a nude for them because their skin tone is darker. So, but so I guess the point I'm trying to say is if you're a makeup company and you're out there and you are about to launch as a makeup company and you don't have inclusive shades, then you don't have enough to launch your makeup company. So that's just it.
Or don't call
thanks
it
for coming to my TED Talk.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, but I just think that when it comes to turning the tables over and really, really pursuing equality and justice, it's going to take us looking under every nook and cranny because it's not that individually we did all this on purpose, but the systems that are created have allowed this to happen in every single facet of everything that exists in this country. So that means we have to look at every single thing. And it's a lot of work. It's a lifelong thing. It's not going to be something that you tweet about and then like go home. It's going to be evaluating every action and everything that we decide to do as people. So with that, I just want to encourage everybody who's listening and know that everything that we're saying is wrapped in love and that we want you to feel empowered by these episodes and feel empowered by what we're saying, not only with these beauty products, but with the inspiration to be a more conscious human with what you're investing your money in, whether we're being more conscious of our siblings out here in the world, our human siblings, or whether we're talking about our animal siblings or whatever we're talking about. We want you to feel empowered and inspired by everything that we're doing, and we never want to make you feel shame. So with that, thank you to everyone who's still listening, everyone who's been with us today on this journey. I want to thank, obviously Haley and Christian for being here and talking. But really to listeners and viewers, thanks for supporting our show. From each of us, we really just want to wish you all a great week and thank you for your support. Please give us feedback in anything, like if you're watching on YouTube or if you're seeing this on Twitter or whatever. Please give us feedback. Let us know your thoughts about the products. If you've tried any of the products that we have recommended, please tell us about them. We would love to hear that. And please strongly consider supporting these Black-owned beauty businesses that we mentioned. We will link them for you. All of us are excited to try all these products that we mentioned. We are not going to tell you a product that we don't want to try ourselves. So just putting that out there. But before we say goodbye, because it is time to say goodbye, before we do that, let's go around and tell everyone who's listening and watching where they can find us online. So Haley, where can everyone find you?
Okay, so real quick to, do a blast for, you can find Pones Media at Pones Media on Twitter. There's also ponesmedia.com. Check out the blogs there. There's links to, our YouTube. There's links to Twitter and all that. So that website kind of covers all bases. And now on that website, there's also a link to DC4L custom tees. And if you would like, you could get a t-shirt with the Girls Pod logo on it. So if you enjoy watching and listening to us, you can also give us some advertisement by wearing these shirts around and just, getting the word out there, getting more listeners on board with us. Merch. I already ordered a whole bunch. So I just wanted to throw that plug in there, but you can find me on Twitter at CSI Haley, and there is also one at the #1 for the Girls Pod to follow.
Love that. So listeners, viewers, go check out our website, follow Haley as well. What about you, Christian? Where can everyone find you online?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram it's me, Christian G. That's Christian with a K, and also hosting NerdPod here for Pones Media.
Love. Love, love, love. Awesome. So everyone, please go and find Christian and follow her. As for me, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. Twitter, I'm at Carly Green Music, and Instagram, I'm at Carly Green Official. So thank you, everybody. If you enjoyed our show today, please subscribe to our podcast and rate and review so we can hear your thoughts. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great week. Bye.
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 Bye.